Let's get right into it. Number 1. Black holes as portals. A black hole looks like an ending, a place where matter goes and never comes back. But there's an older idea hiding inside relativity that flips that around. What if a black hole isn't a pit? What if it's a tunnel? Back in the 1930s, Einstein's equations allowed something strange on paper, a shortcut through space-time. Picture space-time like a sheet. Normally, the shortest path is across the surface. But if the sheet folds, two distant points can touch. That's the basic wormhole idea, a bridge between two places that shouldn't be connected. And here's the unsettling bit. The math version of a wormhole can look a lot like a black hole. A dark center, a boundary you can cross, and a throat that goes somewhere else. Not somewhere else in the galaxy, potentially somewhere else in reality. So imagine the nightmare scenario. You fall toward the ring of light. Stars stretch behind you, and then you cross the horizon. No alarm, no wall, just gone. And if the portal idea is right, what happens next isn't you get crushed. It's you arrive. A sky you don't recognize, constellations that aren't ours, a universe that never heard of Earth. Or worse, same universe but not the same time. You could exit millions of years in the future or the past. Now, the catch. There's always a catch. Most wormholes, even in theory, don't stay open. They pinch shut instantly, faster than light could cross. To hold one open, you'd need something exotic. Matter that behaves like it has negative energy, the opposite of normal gravity, more like anti-gravity support beams. And we don't know if the universe provides enough of that to keep a tunnel stable. So this idea lives in the worst possible place. It's not proven, but it's not nonsense either, which means every time we point a telescope at a black hole, we're staring at the same question. Is it a grave or a doorway that only opens one way? Number 2, baby universes. Forget escape, this one is worse, because the claim isn't that a black hole is a passageway for you, it's that a black hole might be a maternity ward for reality. Here's the core idea. A collapsing star doesn't just create extreme gravity, it creates an environment where our current physics stops being reliable, especially near what classical math calls the singularity. So some researchers ask a brutal question. Instead of infinite density, what if nature refuses infinity and replaces it with a bounce? Not a bounce back into our universe, a bounce into a new, expanding space-time that is causally disconnected from us. Meaning, it's not elsewhere, it's else-when, a brand new inside, with its own clock, its own expansion, its own future. In that picture, the black hole is the boundary you can see, but behind that boundary, the collapse doesn't end. It becomes initial conditions, like a cosmic reset button. Now it gets disturbing, because if black holes spawn baby universes, then our universe might not be a one-off. It might be part of a lineage, a family tree. And there's an even darker extension sometimes discussed. If each child universe can inherit slightly tweaked physical constants, then universes that produce more black holes would produce more descendants. Over time, you'd get a kind of cosmological natural selection, not life evolving, reality evolving, which reframes everything. Stars aren't just burning, they're machinery. Galaxies aren't just structures, they're factories for black holes. And we have no way to check the nursery. No telescope can look past an event horizon and report back. So this theory lives in a frustrating zone, mathematically motivated, philosophically terrifying, and experimentally out of reach, at least for now. So when you see a black hole, don't picture a drain. Picture a sealed-off origin story happening behind it, and a universe growing in the dark. Number 3, the black hole as a hologram. A black hole doesn't just swallow things, it records them. In normal life, if you burn a book, the pages turn to ash. The story is scrambled into smoke and heat. But in physics, that story has a name: information. And the rules say information doesn't vanish. So what is a black hole really? Not a portal, not a cosmic maternity ward, Something colder, a boundary that behaves like storage. Here's the disturbing clue. Physicists found that a black hole's information capacity doesn't scale with what's inside. It scales with the surface area of the event horizon, not volume, area. That's like discovering a hard drive that stores more data by making its outer shell bigger, even if the inside stays the same. And that points to the holographic idea. The 3D interior might be describable by a 2D boundary, like reality has a compression algorithm built in. So if you fall in, you're not deleted, you're encoded, flattened into a pattern on the horizon, a kind of cosmic barcode made out of quantum states. Still there, still you in the strict physics sense, but unreadable. And for anything that tries to recover it, effectively gone. Now here's where it gets genuinely creepy. Black holes can slowly leak energy over time. If that radiation is truly random, information is lost. But if the universe refuses to lose information, then the radiation isn't random. It's carrying a message. Not a clean message, not something you can listen to like a signal. More like the most perfectly scrambled encryption imaginable, where the key is the entire history of the black hole. So what is the black hole in this picture? Not a doorway, not an ending. A sealed archive, a vault made of space-time, a surface that remembers everything that ever touched it, every atom, every arrangement, every detail, and then releases that record back into the universe, so slowly, so distorted, that it might as well be a ghost. And the final unsettling thought is this. If the holographic principle is real, it might not be a black hole rule. It might be a reality rule. Meaning your world, right now, could be the inside of a system whose true description lives on a boundary you can't see. That's why black holes are so disturbing. They're not just violent. They're places where our definitions break. What counts as inside? What counts as gone? What information even means? And across these three theories, portals, baby universes, and holographic black holes, the common thread is the same. A black hole isn't just an object in space. It's a stress test for reality. If you want the next video, I can go even darker. White holes, firewalls, the fuzzball idea, or whether the universe itself behaves like a black hole on the largest scales. For now, if you see a black hole in an image, don't think of it as a hole. Think of it as a locked boundary, and something on the other side that the universe refuses to explain. If you made it to the end, you already get it. These aren't just space objects. They're the most convincing evidence we have that we don't fully understand what existence is. If you want more videos like this, subscribe, and pick which theory you want next.